Hello adventurers, it is I, Soulless Adventure, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today it is a Friday, and on Fridays I like to showcase games that I really enjoy playing solo. And before we dive into today's board game, I did want to give a special shout out to my Patreon community. I want to give a huge thank you to our very first Dungeoneer tier member, Chris John. Thank you so much for the support. I hope you enjoy all the perks that go along with that tier. And then just shouting out again the other three adventure tier members, Blair Black, Versus Me, and MC. Thank you all so much for supporting me and my content outside of what you see on Instagram, on YouTube. Just a big shout out to you guys for just all the support. Thank you guys so much. All right, so now we are going to be going into the world of Doom Pilgrim. So I do have a playthrough of Doom Pilgrim Pocket, and this is a Doom Pilgrim black bag, and there's also a dice system expansion that you can use for the pocket version or the regular tarot size card version. So for black bag, so we have here this black bag, and there are a bunch of like mini cards in here. So we are just going to be learning together as we kind of add the black bag into our Doom Pilgrim gameplay. So how to use the black bag. So we have the bigger bag, and we put all the new mini cards near our future deck when we set this up. So you will draw cards from it randomly, so make sure you can't see into the bag, so there's no need to shuffle. And each time you are playing a black bag card, you read only the front and ignore the flip side if the text doesn't say otherwise. The cards played this way then go into your past deck. Bigger cards from the main game will be mixed with these mini cards in your past deck, so it may look less elegant. However, making a separate deck which might look nicer would not be the right solution, because of the succession of events in your past is more important for some game situations, so we need to retain it. Alright, and then after the game ends, we sort the black bag mini cards out from your future deck. Now, to achieve the highest replayability of the game, ensuring that you will meet an identical adventure as few times as possible, do not include these sorted cards back into the black bag. There are still enough cards to play with for your next game. Rather, put these cards aside into the smaller bag. So we have the smaller bag here, to return them into the main bag after a couple of plays once there aren't enough cards in the main bag anymore. Also, once you are going to return the deck of these cards to the main bag, finally flip the deck. Right, so then you're only... Okay, that makes sense. So then you're only going to face different events since we flipped it, because these are double-sided here. Okay. Okay, cool. So I guess that makes sense. Once the card text says discard the card, we discard them out of the game, and then we can return them to the bag right after the particular gameplay. Again, better if they return flipped. Okay, cool. So the default way to play it, you undergo black bag events in between regular turns. So we take and read one random card from the bag each time a regular turn ends, and then take another regular turn, and so on. Okay, so both black bag and regular cards are called events, while if a text refers to only an action from a regular card, it uses the term regular turn here. Okay, so there is a hardcore version, or a hardcore version. The default is the hardcore kind of level of difficulty here. And then it says here are different options to make the game less punishing and more adventure. Use none, one, or any of them combined. Okay, so these are different ways we can do it. Okay, so it says here, for the first option, start by taking the black bag cards after the third regular turn, or even later. This way you can prepare a bit for the random risks. Of course, you usually can't, but let's just keep this cozy self-deceit. Okay, And then incorporate a system of vetoes. You have 1 to 3 veto counters that we call fate twists. The number depends on how many cards there are in your starting future deck. But if you want, you can use 3 counters no matter the number of cards, or determine the number by the D3 you got. Anytime you shall be doomed during the game, sacrifice 1 veto counter to cancel this effect. That would put doom on you. But each time you need to come up with an alternative narrative for this particular fate twist, i.e. there must be a satisfactory enough explanation of how things happen in the end against the narrative brought by the text that would have killed you. Okay, cool. See, I really love how this is in the TTRPG kind of side of gaming. So I love that even the designer is saying that like you can add whatever you want to your experience too, and how it's very narrative based. You can even add your own kind of story and twist to it, which is really nice. Okay, so no problem if the new explanation event is not the best story ever written, but Doom Pilgrim is a narrative game, and so we need at least a bit of a better twist story than in the final moment, a god brought his mercy and helped me survive. Alright, because you know, God is either dead or without concern for your miserable fate. Alright, and then we can also use the dice system, which is on the flip side of this book. And then we can also use the D3 that we have to determine your starting gold coins. Okay, so cool. So these are other different ways. There are new icons. These are just some rule updates and final notes. Okay. And then for the dice system. So this is something I really, really want to incorporate today. So the dice system seems very straightforward. So we have a D20, a D6, and a D8. So when something bad is about to happen, you make an avoidance roll using a D20 to see if you can avoid it. You also roll a D20 to see if you gain additional rewards. For a more thematic experience, when you succeed at avoiding a threat or gaining extra loot, you should come up with an alternative narrative to explain how things happened. Okay, cool. So it looks like the avoidance roll against a predetermined value is based on the selected difficulty. So 12 for easy, 10 for medium, and 8 for hard. You can take a d20, choose your difficulty, and start playing. Note, the Black Bag expansion increases the difficulty of Doom Pilgrim. So when playing with the Black Bag expansion, you can use the simple dice system to return the game to its original difficulty. Without the expansion, you can instead choose to increase the length of your pilgrimage by adding more cards from the base game or its expansions. You are encouraged to experiment with the difficulty avoidance roll limit to suit your preference. Okay, cool. And then instead of selecting a difficulty level, you can instead choose a lot, which will be listed over here, that represents your predestination to this or that twist of fate, this or that type of harm, or this or that type of luck. Okay, so the lot will determine the avoidance roll limits for the various threats and types of harm you can encounter on your pilgrimage. Okay, that's really cool. So it looks like here, so for example, if we roll a 1d8, let's see what our lot is. So we got a 3. We are an eternal victim. Okay, then these are the different avoidance rates. So let's say there's a woe that we need to like avoid. And we got an 18, so that is a fail basically. So I have to roll under 12 here for that to succeed. And then there is also loot luck. So loot luck is used when you get loot. So down here, if successful, equal or lower. So loot luck for us would be an 8. And if we roll, and okay, so we got a 14, so that was a fail. But if we did succeed, then we can roll a D3 for an extra gold find. And this must be lower than the basic gain. Okay, cool. So that's really nice. Okay, sweet. And then these are the different types of psychic drop groups. So there is woe, madness, misery, worry. Okay, so this is really cool because it also adds a little bit of like little hints for like future expansions too, it looks like. Okay, and then you can choose a lot for your pilgrim from the list on the page above, or you can let a d8 decide. This is the default way. Okay, cool. Oh, and then you can also, okay, roll a d8 for talent to combine with your lot. Oh, this is really cool. So we can have a talent and then a d3 for our martyrdom type. So don't combine talents and martyrdoms with characters from future expansions. The characters will have their own features similar to these, and combining would ruin both the narrative and gameplay logic. Talents and martyrdoms can be used without lots. It is okay if you want to discard lots from your gameplay. Have fun. Okay, cool. So we don't want to combine talents and martyrdoms with characters from future expansions. Okay. Well, that is good to know. Okay, sweet. So I guess we can get started here. I'm gonna put this on the side here, and then I'll put the little bag over here. I'll put dice over here, and we will get started for Doom Pilgrim setup. Okay, so I have my little summary of the rules here. So we'll just do a normal difficulty. So we'll just do 45 cards. So I'm assuming these are all pretty much shuffled, but we will now do 45 cards here. Okay. Okay, and then these go, whoops, go back into the box here. Okay. And then, all right. Okay, so I guess I'll just put my little thing there. Okay, so now we also need to create a character sheet here. Okay, so this is, we will write here. So this is Doom Pilgrim. Okay, so I'm trying to remember, what is, oh, whoops. Yeah, I should just read this. Okay, so let's see, we have wounds here. We need to track our eyes, hands, legs, and then diseases. So we have diseases here, curses here, psychic drops, so they have to be of the same type. So we have to watch out for 3 and for 3 here. And now for the dice system, I do want to see our lot here. So we are a 7. So we are the Mate o' Fate. Okay, so I'll just put lot here, o' Fate. Okay, and then these are all the different ones that we need to watch out for. Okay. Yeah, so we will keep that in mind. I guess I'll just have that on the side then as I play. And then roll a d8 for a talent. Okay, so let's 7, Guile. Once you can buy an item, any item from a trader for 1 gold only. Ooh, that's kind of nice. So talent will be Guile here. So 1 gold coin from trader when we buy. Sweet. Okay, and then a d3 for our martyrdom type. Okay, so we got a 1, so we got flesh. So wounds tolerance +1. Okay, sweet. I'll put martyrdom type down here. Tolerance +1. Okay, cool. And then I guess we can have any notes here. Okay, sweet. So this will be fun and doom filled. Okay, so I'll just fold it like this. So I think we are ready to play now. I'll put that there. And I guess I'll use this actually for pencils. And then we'll have that there. Okay, cool. I think this is now organized. Okay, great. So now let us see. Okay. So we will have 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so how this will work is I will take a regular turn, and then after that regular turn, I will then pull a random black bag card, and I'll see how that will work. So which do I want to... okay, so I need to do a rejected, one for later, and then my chosen path. So this guy looks kind of creepy. He looks like maybe like a mad wizard with his little mad minion or something. So I think I will put that discarded. This looks like a tower and then like a traveler. And then these two just look creepy, but there seems to be in the distance like a little town of some sort. I could probably deal with these guys later. So I'm going to put that under there. And then this shall be our chosen path. Okay, let's see how this goes. Okay, so it says here, an ingenious mechanic uses the old lighthouse. Oh, this is a lighthouse, I guess. Lost in mists as his hermitage workshop. Once he finds you know nothing about mechanics, he is going to sell you his work cheap to get rid of you fast. Okay, so for just 3 gold or 1 magic weapon or any animal that he can butcher and eat, he will make a mechanical spare limb for you. Well, I can't do that. I don't have any gold on me. Oh, which reminds me, I do need to put, I'll just put like GP over here, or GP, gold coins over here to track that. Okay. And then for a sound hand of yours, he can make a hydraulic frame, making it stronger. For the price above, strength enhancement. That counts as 1 piece of, what's BEQ again? I think it's battle equipment. Yeah. In fights, and allows you to wear 2-handed weapons in 1 hand. Ooh, that's kind of cool. So I guess with my talent, I can... Oh wait, I have no gold. That's right. Because it says here, for a sound hand of yours, he can make a hydraulic... Oh yeah, hydraulic frame, making it stronger. The price as above. You know what, it's just the beginning. So let's just see how that goes. So I'll put this in my past deck there. Okay, cool. And then, so nothing too bad has happened, but now we have to choose the black bag event here. Uh-oh, you got the dysentery disease from this village's water. The fun part of the story is that locals blame you, oh no, for tainting the well, and you must run really fast. If you only have 1 leg and no horse or no similar means to help you with your escape, you catch a beating for 1 wound until they find there is another vagrant nearby who may serve as their scapegoat more easily. Okay, interesting. So for, let's see. So we got dysentery disease. We have magic, sickness. I think sickness would fall under disease, maybe? Or no, these are psychic drops. That's right. Oh, sickness. Yeah, it would be disease. Okay. Okay, let's see. Do I want to try? You know what? For just one wound, let's see. I mean, we can try here. We can try to escape it. So I have to roll under a 10 here. So let's see. Ooh, I rolled perfectly, just a 10. So that's great. So we were able to avoid the beating there. So I'd say for my character, Mate O Fate over here. So luckily, since I have like all my limbs, I was able to run away really, really quick there. And I kind of did, I don't know, I guess I was able to like sneak my way up past these crazy villagers here. So that's good. And they also found somebody else that they could blame instead. I was able to convince them, and I point a finger at a random guy saying, no, I think he's the one that he should be blamed for. Okay, good. So that worked out. So I'm going to put that there. Okay, great. And then on to the next. Okay, so which do we want to avoid? So I'm kind of scared of these. These look like pitchforks or something in the distance, or maybe spears, so I'll avoid that. I think I'll deal with this bat later. Looks like a bat in a tower. And then this, I'll choose this, yeah. Maybe it's just an entrance to a city or something. Okay. Will you cross the heavily guarded pass between two kingdoms? Okay, requirement. We have 1 gold toll. No outlaw killer or blasphemer. No werebeast or vampire. No contagious disease. I don't have a gold, so that won't work. But I do have all my hands and legs and eyes. Not being already playing cards that were put to the bottom, or you are too deep in the matters of this kingdom to leave. Result. All the cards that were put to the bottom of the future deck are discarded into the box now. You can't return to these places. They also buy monster trophies for 2 golds. Okay, well, yeah, we don't have anything like that. So it says here, all the cards that were put to the bottom of the future deck are discarded into the box now. Okay, so this is my future deck, and so I believe the 2 that I just discarded, or no, the 1 that I just discarded. So this was the one that I just put in here. This goes into the box now, so I can't go back to those places. Okay. Alright, well, at least nothing bad happened, so I guess I just turn around and see where the adventure takes me. Okay, and then we will do a black bag event here. Are you ill? No offense, just saying that if you are, it is better to have friends to hand you a cup of soup at least. The worst part is they can get infected and die even sooner than you. Oh, that's sad. And that is what just happened. Oh, okay. If you have a disease and some human companions, one of them you can choose, gets infected and dies in pain. Depression +1. Well, I don't have a disease and I don't have human friends, so that's good. So I don't think I have depression. So I think this actually doesn't really apply to me because I don't have friends. So I feel like I'm doing okay as a lone adventurer here. Okay, so no friends, and I don't have a disease, so that's good. Okay, not too bad here. Okay, so let's see. I do want to avoid these buff-looking monsters here. This guy I could probably deal with later. and then this one we shall see. Okay, the lord of this cold castle is leaving. He hates it here. Anyway, it is nice to drink with him. While his servants are packing his things up, you feel refreshed soon. One wound healed to you and allies. The other day, when he is to leave, he makes an interesting offer. He will sell you this castle, leaving a few servants to run it for the price of just 8 gold, as he sees a new friend in you. Okay? And then residing in the castle would bring your fate a significant twist. You wouldn't need to travel aimlessly anymore. Discard half the cards of the future deck, rounded down into the box. Also heal 1 wound to you and each ally after 3 turns, as you can return to refresh here sometimes. That's really nice. But okay, well, I can't afford this lovely castle, but I am glad that I have made a friend, I guess, in that way. But I think we will just have to leave. We'll have to leave just because I can't afford anything right now. Alright, so that is 1 regular turn, and then we will see what happens. Alright, so now we have met a butcher on our travels. This butcher has franchises all over the land. You can trade with his shop from anywhere in between turns, except after those when you were in the wasteland. They sell a meat portion for 1 gold. Buying, eating it 3 turns in a row improves your lifestyle. To heal 1 wound, if you have both pepper and salt to make it taste great, you can also heal a psychic drop of your choice. Oh, that's kind of nice, but sadly, I have no gold. At least this butcher was nice to me, so he's not causing me any trouble there, so that's good. Alright, so now we continue on through our journey. Okay, so all of these look kind of bare, almost desolate, except for this. So I think I'm actually gonna skip this. Looks like hounds and maybe a hunter or something. Okay, and then I think I'll deal with this later. This looks like a tower in the distance. And let's just see what it's like in the plains over here. Looks like plains. Is it mere cowardice? Oh god, yep, I guess so. That has brought you here, far from people and their perfidy. Perfidy? Or have you expected a lucrative adventure in here, where apparently nothing dwells? In this case, it has not been cowardice that brought you here, it's been pure foolishness. Oof, okay? And now, your way back into civilization will be long and exhaustive. Of course, only if you don't plan to stay. Okay, so we have fatigue, +1. So, I believe fatigue will be under misery. So, let's see. We can try to avoid it. So, let's see if we can. Okay, perfect. We got a 12, so we were able to avoid misery. So, not bad. Okay. Alright. We're able to avoid fatigue there. Yep. Okay, so now we can pull from the black bag here and see what happens. Okay. On a pleasant evening, you are sitting in front of an inn with a pint of warm beer in your hands. A traveling rich merchant is paying for all, and there is also a lot of other good chaps around, not only from the merchant's heavily armed escort. For a moment, the world seems okay. Heal 1 point of depression, disgust, or despair. Oh, that's nice. Nice little, I guess, break or rest as I am traveling through. But luck has been on my side so far, so that's kind of nice. Alright, so now we shall see. Okay, what is next for our adventure? I will definitely avoid spiders. These look like trees in the distance, or maybe maybe like people of some sort. Maybe I can meet these travelers some other time, but I do want to stop by a village. So let's see. This looks like a village, not too bad. Ooh, okay. So this place is a bit smelly, but peaceful, serene, and secluded enough so that one can take an effective rest here. Okay. Men in heavy robes even cure you just from charity. Wounds -1 if you have any. You can also buy an elixir here. I don't have any gold. You do not rush to leave them, as they are really nice to you, covering you with attention and forming close friendships. You realize it too late. This is a leprosarium, and your new friends are now seriously ill, as you are now. Okay. Leprosy disease. Oh, God. Okay, I guess we can try. So I think this will be a sickness. Okay, so let's see. For our sickness here, we have to roll at a 10 or under 10. Let's see if I'm able to, I don't know, take a bath and wash my skin real good to see if I can avoid leprosy. Ooh, okay, that is a complete fail. Okay, so I definitely have leprosy, unfortunately. Okay. Alright, so now I am a leper. Okay, so now let's see. What is next for me over here? Okay, the village you are sleeping in is taken by a raid. Oh no, so while I was just resting, a raid is happening and I'm a leper now. The laughing bastards came for local women, so you can get out quite unharmed if you can live on as a coward. Choose one as the result of how you act. +2 degradation, +1 for fear, or +1 depression, or a +1 confusion, a +1 regret, 1 wound, or 2 wounds, and a good heart badge. Oh, I feel like the good heart badge might be useful. You know what? It is for the women. Oh, that is sad. Okay, so 2 wounds. I will just take 2 wounds here. Okay. So I will get 2 wounds out of, I think I have a total of 5. Yeah. So 2 wounds out of 5. Oh, so I guess this will be a 3 then. Okay. But I do have a good heart badge, so that's nice. A good heart badge here. Okay. Alright, so next on the adventure, we press on. Oh god, okay. All of these look so bad. Oh my god, I don't even know where I want to go at this point. This looks scary. This looks scary. Maybe I can avoid this. I don't know. Is this like a giant centipede or something? And then I'll probably avoid these guys. I kind of am just curious. This guy looks like he's waving at me. Or is that a pitchfork? I cannot tell if he's waving or if this is a pitchfork in his hand. We will risk it. Let's just see. Okay, so the old lady looks like an apparition, more of a skeleton than a woman, but in the end, that is not your problem. It doesn't seem to be a problem for her husband either. He is blind, and a cruel smile never leaves his ugly face. I killed it! I killed it! I killed the whole egg around. The sun was low, I did it, and no one sees. There are no eyes and no, but I know deep outside. Oh god, well that's a little creepy. A mysteriously looking creature from the dark woods stands behind sniffing. Okay, so it must be that guy. That little creature. A cold morning breeze comes up from the ground. Your feet are cold. Time to move on. Just another ordinary day among ordinary people of your world. Okay, so this is despair +1. So despair would be a woe. Let's see if I can avoid it. So I need to get a below an 11. Ooh, a 1. So that was perfect. Okay, great. So we were able to avoid it. Okay, and then we will see what lies for us in the black bag. Oh no, okay, so a mother is sitting in deep grief over the grave of her child. 6th one, she hisses, in woe when you try to sneak around unnoticed. Will I have the seventh one? Will it survive? And suddenly you have a vision. You see the woman being burned at the stake for giving birth to 7 dead sons, the proof of witchcraft. And for you, this is the proof. The world is utterly vile. Disgust, +1. Okay, disgust would be under misery. So let's see if I can avoid. Ooh, okay, I could not avoid that. So disgust. So we have over here. Okay. All right. We shall continue on. And 3 here. Okay. I think I want to avoid this. Or actually, you know what? Let's avoid these guys. I'm almost thinking this looks like he is, why am I thinking of like a knighthood, possibly? I don't know. Why do I feel like I might get lucky? We shall see. You've just been knighted! Oh yes, okay. I'm glad that I was able to recognize this. So, under the dead tree and become Sir. Oh, that's awesome. Now only to find your lady and manor. A horse might be useful, too. At least it would take you faster away from this place where self-proclaimed kings make their knights of vagrant strangers. This place is ill, so hurry on before you become something more worse than Sir. Okay, cool. So I guess I have the title, Sir, which is nice. Sir of the Dead Tree. Okay, and then we have Mind Disruption +1. So Mind Disruption +1. So that might be under Madness. Okay, so I have to get below a 10. So let's see how that goes. Ooh, that is a fail. Okay, so we have Mind Disruption. Mind Disruption. Okay. Alright. But we are the Sir of the Dead Tree. Okay. Now, we shall see what lies here. You've managed to secure quite a cozy room in an inn for this night, but it could be your last. A deadly snake has visited you. You can't resist the idea someone has put it there on purpose. You interrogate the innkeeper, but not even threats bring any answer. The poor fella is innocent. But who then is after you? And when might the next, perhaps successful attack come? Okay, fear +1. So fear would be under worry. So let's see. Worry, I have to get a 10 or under. Ooh, okay, so I got a fear as well. So this would be here. Okay. Alright, we shall press on here. Oh, whoops, I don't mean to flip that. Okay, so it looks like we have... I think I want to avoid these guys. This I could probably deal with later. And then here's one little guy. Okay, you felt like a hunter. And after exhaustive wandering through the snowy landscape, we also get another fatigue. Can we avoid this? Fatigue will be misery. So let's see. Ooh, yes. Okay, so we were able to avoid it. You find yourself going in circles, and it seems like the troll is following you. This beast is so dexterous in its environment that no weapon or armor can be of service here. Count all monster trophies. Okay, I don't have any. So the troll ripped your hand off, inflicted 1 wound on you. Oh god. Okay, so now we are down to 2 out of 5, and we only have 1 hand. Okay, and threw one of your companions from the cliff. Well, fortunately I don't have any anymore. Okay, Count all your monster trophies. Yeah, so I don't have any. And then you get a monster trophy, Snow Troll name, that also serves as a badge of might and honor. -1 to fear and dismay each when you wear it. Okay, so I guess I have a monster trophy, so that's good. So I was able to fight him off there. And then I have a -1 to fear and dismay when you wear it. Okay, I don't know where dismay. Oh, that would be under worry. Okay, cool. Okay, sweet. And then I'll also put here dismay -1. Oh, but I do have a wounds tolerance. Can that be avoided? Oh, non-transferable. So I guess I would still be at a 3 out of 5 because of my martyrdom type there. Okay, cool. And now let's see what is next. A dying thief gives you his equipment and tips from his long career. You aren't sure you trust these tips as he died while performing them. However, this thief legacy allows you to earn 1 gold in every village you happen to be in, 2 in a small town, and 3 in an unspecified one, and 4 in a big one. Ooh, that is nice. Okay, so we have the thief legacy. Okay, so we can earn 1 gold, and then 2 to 4 depending on where we are. But if there are armed men among the top 3 cards of your deck, they are bailiffs who catch you and execute you. Oh no. Okay, so I'm actually going to put this to the side to see if there are any armed men. Oh god. Okay, so this guy looks like he's armed. Same with this guy, so we will avoid him. Oh wait, so if there are 3... Okay, wait, but if there are armed men among the top 3 cards of the deck, they are bailiffs who catch you. Oh shit, okay, so I guess I'm dead. So these two, they have caught me. A little thief, I guess. Oh, then I'm dead. Oh, sad. Okay, well, unfortunately, I have died. Actually, already here. So, died. So I'm now at 0. Okay, because of armed men. Oh, that is sad. I was doing so good. Okay, well, I have sadly died, and I'll probably say this guy. This was the guy that has executed me. I kind of want to draw this guy really quick to see. This will be like the end. Alright, well, that is that for this adventure. So I have sadly ended in this area, and this guy has executed me. Oh well. Alright, well, that is how you play Doom Pilgrim with the dice. What is this? The dice system along with the Doom Pilgrim Black Bag. Alright, well, that is it for today's adventure. That was a lot of fun. I probably want to kind of draw a little more, maybe like the background of kind of the village I ended up in, but yeah. So, sadly, I have been executed by this bailiff that he has caught me, unfortunately. Alright, well, thank you so much, adventurers, for joining me in this adventure of Doom Pilgrim. So that is it for today's playthrough. Thank you so much, adventurers. Until next time.